The much-vaunted 25-storied pension towers, whose construction commenced in 2008, continues to vacillate from one crisis to another. The first phase of the structure with 4 basement floors was completed by local contractors. However, since 2011, no more work has been done on the structure as graft allegations and irregularities surrounding the procurement process blight the completion. On the 17th January 2013, the Inspector General of Government, IGG, investigated alleged corruption in the tender award for the construction of Phase 2 of the National Social Security Fund pension towers. The first allegation raised by the whistleblower was that, I quote, a Chinese company, China Civil Engineering and Construction Corporation, CCCECC, whose bid was being considered for the award, was 20 billion shillings higher than that of China National Aero Technology International Engineering, CATIC, which was the lowest pre-qualified bidder. That because of the interest by the NSSF managers, the PDU manager, one Elias Bidiawayo, was interdicted so that the fraud could be covered up. PPDA gave the following recommendations. I quote, NSSF should conduct a re-evaluation of 17 bids that had been submitted for pre-qualification, taking into consideration the funding and observations of PPDA in its administrative review. The pre-qualified bidders should be subjected to a fresh bidding process with a revised bidding document. The accounting officer should bring to the attention of the 2 evaluation committees the findings of PPDA noted in the faulted procurement process to ensure that the principle of fairness and equal treatment is always adhered to in the conduct of the evaluation process. The IGG also made recommendations after an investigation. I quote, while it was clear that the pre-qualification documents that powers of attorney was one of the documents to be submitted by the bidders, there was no requirement in the same document that such powers at the pre-qualification stage had to be notarized and certified as alleged by the whistleblower. It was also found that CCECC was pre-qualified in contravention of the law and the criteria specified in the bidding document. The treatment of bidders by the re-evaluation committee was unfair, unequal, and lacking transparency, contrary to recommendations made by PPDA in its administrative review report, the bid document, and the provisions of Section 45 of PPDA Act. Before the procurement process is completed, another whistleblower letter has emerged. On 3rd October 2017, a whistleblower wrote to the Solicitor General and PPDA asking the procurement regulator to investigate the procurement process driven by a syndicated cartel which is seeking to award the tender to CRJE Company. The acting executive director of PPDA, Benson Turamye, confirmed receiving the whistleblower report on the 12th October 2017.
There are a number of grounds. There are more than 7 grounds that are listed in this letter. So my investigative team is studying the grounds, and when we come up with the findings, we'll definitely write and advise all parties involved.
When the international competitive bid advertisement was published, 14 construction companies expressed interest and picked bid documents, but only one firm returned the bid. It's this incident that raised eyebrows.
Actually, we didn't have known if there wasn't a complaint that there was one company, because you see, as a regulator, we don't get a daily or stage by stage reports.
The whistleblower claims that the bid was restrictive and had prohibitive qualification requirements and contract terms. NSSF hired DePoint, a firm which was given instructions to carry out procurement. PPDA later cleared the procurement process by DePoint.
Yes, we approved the bidding document.
NTV tried to reach some of the contractors who never returned the bids and confirmed that the conditions were restrictive for them to participate in the bidding process. They, however, could not speak on camera, fearing reprisal and going against their company regulations. Another concern was the condition of pre-financing the over 293 billion shillings project. NSSF preferred to give the contractor a guarantee to pay after completion. The whistleblower claims this undermined competition, which translates into high quotations for the bills of quantities.
We discussed with NSSF, say, why are you putting this condition? We say, we need to have serious bidders. We need serious bidders who can pre-finance the project.
The PPDA boss told NTV that some of these concerns are coming to his desk for the first time. I asked him why he never took interest in ensuring that he follows a procurement that would cost taxpayers colossal sums of money if not properly handled.
No, we're interested. We're interested, but you can't interfere in a process.
According to Turamye, the investigation into the allegations raised by the whistleblower will be done in a week. I asked him what will happen if their findings are overtaken by events coming on the heels of allegations that NSSF wanted this procurement cleared first by the Solicitor General.
No, we don't have powers to cancel, but we can recommend cancelling.
One of the other issues that are raised, though not very major, is that after the defects liability period and anything happens to the building, will NSSF blame the contractor who started or the one who completed the structure? I asked the chairperson of the NSSF Investment Board, who doubles as the Deputy Secretary to Treasury, Patrick Ochailap, why NSSF would borrow money to construct a tower, yet it invests over $60 million annually in Treasury bills.
I do not know the issues that you are raising about borrowing or not borrowing. The matters are still being evaluated using the procurement due process by the management. Thereafter, naturally, it will definitely come to the board for consideration. But as far as I know, the board has not authorized any borrowing yet.
Although the Solicitor General's office has not yet cleared the contested procurement, I asked Ochailap about the likely input of NSSF Investment Board in a wake of various complaints from a whistleblower.
It is very important that the entity which is procuring, against which the whistleblowing has been put forward, places the responsibility of responding to the issues to the right place in that institution. I think it's very good for us as a country, as a culture, to learn to allow systems and institutions to work.
NTV sought a response from NSSF management, but in vain. On Wednesday, the 25th October 2017, NTV sent 13 questions to the Public Relations Officer Barbara Arimi, who had asked for them before agreeing to grant us an interview. On Thursday, 26th October 2017, the Managing Director Richard Byarugaba confirmed he would give us an interview on the 27th October 2017 at 9 a.m. Last Friday, I went to the NSSF offices, but was informed that Byarugaba could only respond on Monday. He later declined the interview. Sudil Byaruhanga, NTV.